Hi, welcome to the first episode of BookshelfGames.com, a new webcast devoted to making instructional videos and slight reviews on board games. Our goal is to bring more people into the hobby. I'm Lawrence.
And I'm John.
And this is our practice episode. This isn't a full episode, we're just doing a mini game, get it up on the web, make sure nothing goes wrong. Today we'll be reviewing the game KungFu Fighting. It's made by Slugfest Games. It's a fun little card game, non-collectible card game, that John picked up at EuroQuest 4. It's a 2 to 6 player game, plays in about 30 minutes, and it's meant for ages 10 to adult. Real quick, we'll go into the components. Okay, so this is the contents of the game. You get 99 cards in the deck, you get 6 player aids, and this will be used for putting down different cards during the game, like your stances, your weapons, and also keep track of your life. John will go over that a little bit more when we do the rules. In addition to that, you get some player markers, which come on here to measure your life. The quality of the components, not too bad. Not the greatest thing seen, but I was able to find it online for $12, so for a $12 game, you get your money's worth.
There are 6 types of cards you may get. Attack cards, which is used to attack the opposing player and damage them. Attack enhanced card, which is used to add more damage to your attack cards. Your block card, which is used to negate an attack from an opposing player. Your weapon cards, which you may place upon your player template and use in lieu of an attack card to damage an opposing player. Your stance card, which you may place upon your player templates in order to give yourself bonuses to your attacks. And your chi restoration card, which you can play during the turn in order to regain life or chi points. To start your turn, you can discard as many cards as you want from your hand in order to draw right back up to 7 from your draw deck in order to try to get a better hand in order to attack. In this case, I'm going to discard 3 of my attack enhancements and draw 3, hoping for an attack card.
Where do you like to play?
During your turn, you may place any stance that you wish upon your player template and any weapon. You can attack one player of your choice per turn with an attack card. In this case, I'll attack with a punch, dealing 2 damage to my opponent. You may also play as many attack enhancement cards to your attack as you want. In this case, I'll play Flipping and Wild to add more damages to my punch attack, upping its damage to 5. Also, you get bonuses with your stance. In this case, with my monkey stance, I receive bonuses to Wild and Flipping and also Punch. With all the bonuses of my stance, attack enhancement, my attack to my opponents is up to a total of 9. Instead of an attack card, I may also attack with my weapon that I placed out upon my attack template. In this case, the nunchuck, which deals 2 damage. You may also place as many attack enhancement upon your weapon as much as you want. So, with a Flipping Wild nunchuck attack, I can deal up to 5 damages to my opponent. Along with the bonuses from my stance, this will up my weapon attack to 7. The good thing about attacking with weapon is the weapon is not discarded. Instead, it goes right back to your player template. When the attack is over, discard all the cards you have used, attack enhancements. Now to explain a little bit about block cards. Using the previous attack example, a wild flipping punch is used towards the opposing player who has a chance to play a block card. In this case, he will play a blocking punch, which will ignore the effects of one punch attack. This means that all the damages of this punch attack is negated, and therefore it's discarded. The opponent does not take any damage. Counter attack is a card that you may use to attack your opponent back when he attacks you. You will take the full damage of the attack, in this case 9. In this case 9. And you may attack him with any attack cards you have in your hand. So, we'll use a kick attack You may also place as many attack enhancements upon your counterattack as you want. In this case, we'll place a spinning, fast attack. So, our opponents will also take 5 damage from our counterattack.
Okay, now we'll go through a quick example hand of the game. I still have my 7 cards, and this will pretty much be my first turn. So I'm allowed to play down either one stance and 1 weapon. I only have 1 stance card, so I'll play that down. It's a Dragon Strike. Gives me plus modifier against a different stance. Modifiers if I use certain damage enhancements. What I'm going to do is go ahead and throw down a kick, which does 3 damage, and I'll throw an invincible attack enhancement on there. This way, it's giving us 4 damage towards John. John can go ahead and take his turn now. Notice that I don't draw any cards until my turn, so however many cards you play down is going to affect how well you can block.
Lawrence placed a kick attack, so in response, I use my block card in order to negate his kicking attack.
And that means my attack now does no damage. Cards get discarded. It's John's turn to attack.
On the beginning of my turn, I may discard as many cards as I want and draw back up to 7. So I'll discard 2 of my cards and draw 3, bring my hands back up to 7. It's my turn to attack, and I'll attack Lawrence with a trip attack, dealing 2 damage, and also makes him discard 1 stance.
Okay, since I don't have anything to block that, that means I need to discard my stance, and I'll take 2 damage. Now, John still has the opportunity to play chi cards if he wanted to. Those are simply cards that let you raise your health. There's not too many of those in the deck, so we don't go into them too much. Now it's my turn. I have 4 cards. I'm allowed to discard now. I don't get to draw my cards and then discard. I have to discard from the ones I already had. So if I go ahead and discard 1, that leaves me with 3. I can pull 4 more up. Then I go ahead and I can play a stance and a weapon, and I can form another attack with the enhanced abilities and attack John again. And the game kind of goes back and forth like this until one person's chi reaches 1.
0.
Oh, 0. Okay. Yeah, once it actually gets off the board. That's my fault. So as a wrap up, that was Kung Fu Fighting. Again, not a bad game, not the greatest of games, but we thought it would make a good introduction, get us some practice, and try and work out the kinks. Hopefully in the future, our production value will be a little bit better. We'll be a little more into the game. But for the time being, this works out pretty well. Kung Fu Fighting as a game, I would say it's alright. It's about a 3 out of 5 I'd give it. I mean, it costs $12, so you get your money's worth. Not a lot of game to it, but you can't expect much. It's a good filler. What do you think about it, John?
This is a game that you have to kind of put a little bit of heart and spirit into it. When you're playing down the cards, go ahead and just pretend like you're a Kung Fu master.
Yeah, it is definitely about player interaction, and you have to love the genre of Kung Fu. And again, great filler. Well, that's about the show. Thanks for joining us. Again, we'll probably be putting up more in about a month. And the games we're going to be playing on Bookshelf Games is going to be more of the American-style games. I think the Euros are already pretty well covered, and we haven't seen too much covered on the American side. We're definitely looking towards doing Arkham Horror and hopefully Twilight Imperium, but both of those are going to be very large games, and you'll probably see a few more small ones like this first. So, thanks again for joining us, and see you next time.